Hello, everyone. From Ernie, Shaq, and Kenny, we're all looking forward to the same thing, the first game of the regular season.
Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia,
their relentless preparation, the off-season, the practices, the preseason games, everything's led up to tonight. They'll be looking to make a statement in this first game. Getting a little amped up. Opening night of the regular season now upon us. Shaq, what were you looking forward to the most here on opening night?
Two things. Let me get this out the way. Hanging out with you guys. You know I love you guys. I miss you guys. It's been a great summer. And getting back to the greatest game in the world.
Which of those, if you only had one, which of those would be?
I would have to say the game would come second.
Oh, man. You're the greatest.
I love you guys.
You are the greatest. I don't even care what you got to say about it.
Well,
I do. What are you looking forward to besides hanging out with us?
I was just looking forward to hanging out with you guys, and seeing the off-season changes. But if I had to choose between the off-season changes and how they pan out, and hanging out with you guys, I would take the off-season changes to see how it pans out.
I got your back.
I got your back.
And I wish you weren't back. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer on our sideline, David Aldridge, and our very special guest, Hall of Famer to be, one of the greats ever to step on the pro hardwood, the one, the only, Kevin Garnett. KG, it is great to have you with us.
K-Hall, it's always great to see you, man.
This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. And they're starting off the season playing Philadelphia here. A season ago, it only took them 5 games to advance to the conference finals.
They take on a team they knocked out of the playoffs last season in the conference semis.
Greg, would you suspect a little bad blood or bad feelings from the opposing side? They better be ready to scrap.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Redick and Covington, the shooters on the wing. The incredible Simmons and Embiid down low. And it's McConnell in at the 1 spot. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
And Tatum not bashful about pulling up now. He's got a nice, efficient mid-range jumper.
Simmons on the wing, guarded by Tatum. Horford the pass to Hayward. Oh, that's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Irving with a clean look. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Kev, talk about the characteristics needed to be a winner in this league.
Appetite. How much do you want this? Can you push through that pain right there? Are you going to dive on the floor? Are you going to do the small things? You know, are you going to double down? Are you going to be in the spot when you're supposed to, when you're supposed to be there? You know my bags. You know, all this goes into winning. And then you need a little luck. You do. And you need an appetite. You need 15 guys that's willing to push through anything at any moment. That's the difficult part of winning.
On the same page.
On the same page, all 15 thinking the same thing.
It sounds daunting.
Listen, people think that, oh, man, why can't you have 15? Because it's 15 guys thinking 15 totally different things. And that's the difficult part of being a coach. That's what I'm saying. Being a coach is one of the hardest things to be, because you got to take 15 perspectives and get them all in one and then go forward with the same velocity like you want to. It's frustrating.
Hayward can hit.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Simmons. Again, Philadelphia.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including that soft mid-range jumper.
Irving kicks to Horford. Pick by Horford. Tatum setting the pick for Hayward. It's deflected. Outside, Redick, and taken away by Brown. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. Kevin, your drive and attention to detail were phenomenal. How do you deal with rookies who were largely uninformed? They were maybe not as receptive to the attention to detail that the elite like you pursue.
Well, one of the things I would do if I saw a guy who wasn't as keen to detail as I was, I would pull him to the side. I would show him, some of the things I would see. I would get, some dialogue with him and what he was seeing, and then try to get him to see what I was seeing as far as the point I was making. And then, challenge him a little bit to be a little more present within certain things and then apply it. I don't believe in shouting. I don't believe in embarrassing someone. I like to always, grab some of the young guys, because the young guys don't have all the confidence yet. So I'm trying to build confidence with the young guys.
Good point.
So
Good point.
when you get them one-on-one, you're able to, have an intimate conversation, and then you have full, they're engaged and talking to you.
Yes.
And that's what you want. So, with that, I've always found it better to go one-on-one to the side, and you find it to be a lot more efficient.
Boy, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. I mean, he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Fourth, Joel Embiid.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Six to shoot. Here's Tatum. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
I respect the soft touch inside from Tatum now. He's not shy in looking for a shot. I mean, he's a shot hunter in the paint.
Boston trailing. Got a piece of it and stolen by Redick. Pass to Embiid. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Simmons passes to McConnell. 18 feet out. And the type of leader you are, Kevin, the idea of coaching must have crossed your mind at some time. Am I right?
Oh, no. Listen, I like to think.
Too much?
You know what? you have to have a certain patience with coaching. I like to think of myself as a teacher. I like to think of myself as being able to articulate certain things about the game, have a high IQ, being able to translate that from, how I'm thinking to showing you. Those are the things that enthusiastic about, some stuff I want to show about. I don't have any enthusiasm about being out here, X's and O's, drawing up a play. That, man, being a coach is a huge responsibility.
And if they couldn't match your intensity, I'm sure that would frustrate you as a coach, right?
You have to understand that not matching my intensity, but getting a goal done. How you go about something is your way. As long as we're here to reach the same goal.
Yes.
I can't tell you how hard to do something, but I will hope that you would do it hard enough to where it was preventative or however hard it took to reach the goal. And, I've always said that if I'm able to teach someone and get them to work with me, I would hope that they would put some velocity in it in the hopes in which I win at it. That's the only way you got to go at it.
Well said. And both free throws good for Redick.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release. Mark it up.
Irving kicks to Horford. Tatum with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Irving for three. Drops in the tray. Irving's got 7 points in the game. The 76ers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Poked away. Out of bounds. Boston takes possession.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. He's coming off an excellent season. 7th in free throw percentage. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And again, you gotta love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game. Now, here's Tatum. The pass to Irving, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
McConnell with it. He's covered by Irving. The fadeaway. No good from Simmons.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Kevin, listening to the value you placed in preparation, practice to you was obviously important.
Practice to me was very important. Preparing was very important. Scouting reports, being clear, understanding rotation, understanding what the goal was, understanding the plan. I took all that to heart because I had to be the relay of that. I had to articulate that to players. I had to be the one in pick and rolls calling out the coverages and stuff. And if I didn't know that, then, Rondo, the guards, they didn't know. So
they were going to get blasted.
So I had to be on top of that. So that was part of the responsibility, one of my responsibilities of just being a professional and being ready to play.
And, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Now here's Simmons. Passes it to McConnell. Kicks it to Embiid. Simmons against Tatum. Embiid with a screen on Hayward. 4 on the shot clock. Covington sinks that one from the post. Covington's got his second bucket of the night.
Man, that stroke of Covington's is just so sweet. I mean, you feel like every shot he takes is going down.
Horford sets a screen for Tatum. Hayward goes in, shoots over Covington, can't hit from 12.
He's still fighting it, and sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's trying to get in the rhythm, but right now he's playing hard, but he's hurting his team.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Irving kicks to Horford. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Embiid. The Celtics have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Two shots.
And that one misses.
And I really like the uniqueness of Al Horford's game. I mean, he's a big man with a versatile skill set. He makes threes. He can score inside. He defends. He's a guy that is an inside-out matchup problem for most.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Tatum. Morris comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And it's Rozier in for Irving. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Rozier with the steal. And Kevin, to see you come in straight out of high school into the NBA, you forget, but it was so historic because we had never seen a high school player in such a long time.
Right. Yeah, at that time, you know, it was 20 years before anybody had ever thought of the idea. I figured that I had the work ethic and the passion and the appetite for it. And I never looked back. I never second-guessed my decision. And when I did second-guess myself, I got in the gym and changed it.
One of the greatest picks in the history of the draft.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Boston making a switch here. Tice is checked in. Both good from the line that time. The 76ers lead it. Here's Fultz. Screen by Saric. Covington with it. Now guarded by Smart. Knocks it loose. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Smart's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Chandler is screened. Covington against Smart. Clock at 6. Covington dishes to Saric. And he starts out with the miss in this one.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And the Celtics with possession here. Following the missed shot by Dario Saric. Morris with the bucket.
And the confidence of Morris. Even with the hand in his face, he knows he can deliver.
Now here's Fultz. Rozier defending.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
And that nickname, the big ticket, it stuck, and it certainly fit. KG, you were the big ticket.
Lord knows I owe you for that one, man.
But you were the big ticket.
Where'd you get that from, man?
You know, I don't even know.
You know, okay, man, listen.
Do you like, of all the nicknames you have, and you've got some,
yes.
but do you like that as well as any
listen,
you got?
Listen, it has morphed now.
2 shots.
I am the ticket. So
the ticket,
my friends come to me and they ask me, Teron Lou, he don't call me. He hasn't called me Kevin since you've been calling me the big ticket. Everybody calls me ticket.
How about that?
All the young guys, I don't even think they know my name. There's no ticket. Ticket. Hey, tick. Right. So that's what it is.
You are the big ticket still. No good on the second free throw. The 76ers trail by 4. Now we'll go to our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brett Brown.
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys, and we're going to use it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for Philadelphia.
They have settled for a lot of two-point jump shots here. It's a shot most defenses are willing to concede, and you can see why. Very hard to make a living here from that range.
Now here's Fultz. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Chandler a screen. Fultz kicks to Šarić. Shot to stop the drought. Here's Chandler. Good on the shot. Chandler's got his first bucket in this one.
A solid offensive rebounder. Love how Chandler uses that length of his and his leaping ability to keep plays alive. Very active on the offensive end.
Now here's Rozier. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two.
Shoot two. Smart.
And that one falls for Smart.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
And Kevin, you think about the importance of veteran mentorship for young players looking back. Who provided that mentorship for you?
Sam Mitchell, Terry Porter, shout to Doug West, shout to J.R. Ryder, shout to, Christian Layton. All these were my vets, both good and bad. I'm learning something from all these guys. Shout to Kevin McHale, shout to, rest in peace to the great Flip Saunders. These are all my vets who helped me progress as a guy and as a player. More importantly, took me under their wing, taught me finances, taught me about life, taught me how to be a young man, taught me about being professional, learning this book of business when it came to basketball, because when it comes to lockouts and all that stuff, when you have to be able to talk and negotiate your own stuff, you got to know the rules and know what it is. A lot of people don't know that the league is 2/3 of council, and you got to stay above that and understand how this whole monster works. But then, if you want to be an elite, you got to dedicate yourself in the gym. You got to dedicate yourself in the business. If you're trying to be a brand of something, you have to do all these things. When you look at Jordan, you look at Kobe, you look at these brands out here, these, LeBron has a brand, KD has a brand. You have to invest in yourself to be able to, grow this. This is the elite. I'm not talking about average. I'm not talking about good. I'm not talking about great. This is the elite. These are people that's going to be on and people that you're going to remember for years to come.
Sounds like a lot. Sounds like a lot on the plate, though.
True legendary.
The 76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And that one falls from Šarić.
And, really, Šarić's skills are tailor-made for today's NBA. He's a big guy who does a little bit of everything at both ends, and he's a laser from that three-point line.
Šarić nails them both.
Gotta like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
Smart kicks to Rozier. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Smart against Covington. The 15-footer. The offensive rebound. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 5 points so far.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Fultz kicks to Covington. Pulls it up. And so it's the Boston Celtics in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning it was a little bit hard to like express myself. Obviously I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Boston.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Wilson Chandler. Dario Saric is out there with Muscala. And there's Fultz. And it's Covington in at the 2. Now Rozier. Morris outside. There's the pick. Rebound by Muscala. The 76ers trail by 6. And Kevin, you hear rumors. There's been some talk about adding a 4th official to NBA games. But I'd say the replay system kind of is the 4th ref.
It is, and I do not like that, because it's a countless bunch of players at home right now that played through the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, and the 90s. Oh, my God, they're sitting over here flipping over like, oh, my God, a rehab replay. I have me a ring right now, so... I have a whole nother, discussion with it. I'm super old school with it. Although I do enjoy the replay, and it gives me a chance as a fan to root for my team. And when my team is on the other end of the replay and they get it right, I root and I go woo.
Yeah.
And
when it goes against
I'm
you,
like, they shouldn't even have replay. What the? You know what I'm saying? So I'm a super double hypocrite. Yeah. But shout out to Adam Silver. I think he's doing a great job with our league. The league is fun. It's fun to watch.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, it is.
We've had 2 great commissioners back-to-back. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Daniel Tice. And Philadelphia also making a switch. J.J. Redick's checked in for Robert Covington. Rozier, the pass to Hayward. Back to Rozier. And the layup is good. Rozier's got 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Boston leading by 13. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Saric. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second-chance points last year. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Al Horford, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Brown comes in for Marcus Smart. And Irving subbed in for Rozier. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The 76ers trail by 14. To the middle, it's tipped. Here's Embiid, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the 76ers call time here.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. The 76ers also with a sub. McConnell's checked in. Fades back. Can't hit that one. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Tatum passes to Hayward. Chandler with the defensive effort.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Here's McConnell. Lays it up off the glass. McConnell's got his first points of the game.
You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
They set the screen. Picked by Horford. Here's Irving. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on J.J. Redick. For Boston, they have not set the world on fire at the free throw line. They're just 6 of 12.
2. Two shots.
And that one falls for Irving.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. The 76ers trail by 16. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. Now, here's Irving. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. McConnell kicks to Simmons. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Simmons got 6 points.
Presence of mind, the awareness, the alertness from Simmons there. Going up right away with the shot.
Irving passes to Horford. Outside Tatum. Hayward against Chandler. Embiid with the steal. Outside Redick. Embiid sets the pick for Redick. And he's good on the 3-ball. 7 points in the game.
Great setup right there. Calling for the pick and roll. Redick getting the separation he wanted to keep it and convert.
They set the pick. Tatum kicks to Irving. Horford against Embiid. Horford gets the bucket.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
The 76ers trail by 13. Here's Simmons. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Outside Tatum. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Ben Simmons. 3-pointer, Hayward. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Redick passes to Johnson and stolen by Tatum. No good on that one. Great D that time from Johnson. And here's Embiid. He's got 5. And the call will be against Al Horford. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And the 76ers call time here.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax. All right, chance to check out stats for Al Horford. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 13 points per, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Now, here's McConnell. Ball's knocked loose. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. And Irving throws it down.
And when Irving is feeling it, he's untouchable. A prime-time scorer who can spot up as well as create for himself.
Here's Johnson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And the call will be against Al Horford. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Shot from the inbound. Here's Embiid. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Embiid's got 7 points.
And you can see how comfortable Embiid is, feeling like nobody can guard him in the paint. And he's right.
That's tipped. Chandler outside. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Celtics leading by 10. Irving kicks to Horford. There's the pick. Pick by Horford. Irving from long range. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Johnson the screen. Outside, Redick. The rebound by the Celtics. At one point, they led by 16. Tatum passes to Hayward. Horford sets a screen for Hayward. Nice hit again. Horford, no luck.
Well, he mistimed it just a skosh. Don't think the defense really had an impact. I think he just flat out missed it.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, I tell you what, Tatum really good, Kevin, at getting out in transition and taking advantage of what the defense gives you.
McConnell kicks to Johnson. And the wide open shot from Redick. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 3 assists tonight. Pass to Horford. Down low, Chandler with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. A shot by Johnson, no good. Celtics leading by 12. Pass to Horford. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Horford's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Yeah, and he can really take his game outside when he wants to. Horford's got plenty of range to go along with all that work he does on the interior.
Now, here's McConnell. Outside, Redick. Poke loose. Embiid sets the pick for Redick. 4 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And for that matchup with the Magic, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Now here's Brown after the miss from Joel Embiid. Hayward can't hit.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
To the middle. Here's McConnell. Another shot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward. Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
He misses the free throw. And a new group in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Jason Tatum. Morris comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Mike Muscala is checked in for Joel Embiid. Sharch comes in for Amir Johnson. Robert Covington's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Fulton for J.J. Redick. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of basketball. Smart passes to Morris. There's a good screen. Shoots over Covington. Tice kicks to Smart. Off target from outside. The 76ers trail by 13. Muscala hits the bucket. Muscala's got his first basket.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
KG, I know you've got to run, but as always, you've always got a home here. Thanks for stopping by, and please come back.
Man, K-Hall, man, thank you. Thank 2K, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me through here, man. Anytime y'all need the guard, y'all let me know, man.
The best, Kevin Garnett. And Clark, you know, it's amazing. KG was the alpha dog as a player, and he just continues to carry that with him. That's who he is.
And, you know, I think that's who he will always be, too, Kevin. Seemed like he had the attributes of being a leader and grew into that even more as he was mentored by guys like Sam Mitchell and others. So he's the kind of guy with his personality, his charisma, his work ethic that others find it easy to look up to.
Celtics leading by 11.
76ers foul. That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Celtics, Daniel Tice will be at the line shooting 2.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And, you know, Brett Brown has seen it all in Philly. The good and bad times, was the head coach for their lowest points as this team rebuilt. Now he's reaping the fruits of his labor and persistence as he leads a star-studded Sixers team that has great potential.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Al Horford. And so he hits both. The 76ers trail by 13. Tipped away.
Out of bounds.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. There's 38 seconds left now here in the second. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Baines. Wants to get it to Morris and does. It's in. It's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Fultz with the ball. Shot clock at 6. Tipped away. Stolen by Smart. With 1 on the clock. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Smart's got his third bucket of the night. And so it's Boston out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think was the main edge you had?
Well, I thought defensively we were a lot better, and then that led to some offense. But obviously, we're playing a bunch of skilled guys, and we're able to spread the floor, and that's helpful.
You have to make them work at both ends. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And as we return, get a look at the Boston skyline. Those drone cameras are really something. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. The 76ers trail by 17. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Horford is out there with Tatum, and it's Hayward in at the three. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Now here's Horford after Ben Simmons miss, and it's blocked. Knocked away. Embiid, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists in the game. Celtics leading by 15. Irving passes to Horford. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Simmons. There's the pass to Irving. And it's off from three-point range. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
At the line for the Celtics, Kyrie Irving. At the line with one shot.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become. And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And, you know, 1 for 4, not a good start. I mean, they got to play with a little more energy this half.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And for Irving, he has let more of his personality come out on and off the floor, Greg, now that he has his own team.
Yeah, it really does feel like we are watching a new chapter in Irving's development as a player. Still has the great shot and handles that make him so deadly with the ball. And just visually, while the leadership is also evolving, he just seems more in control of his game and even more lethal as a player.
He kicks to Horford. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Picked by Horford. Tatum with a screen on Covington. 6 on the shot clock. That's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Irving.
And this is the kind of performance that everyone talks about seeing in person. The way he's attacked the defense with no hesitation. The tough shots he's taken and made, just a masterpiece. When he gets it going, he can put up some big numbers.
And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Timeout called, the 76ers.
Well, guys, when you talk about some of the great turnarounds for a franchise in NBA history, the process for the 76ers has paid dividends. They went from 10 wins in 2016 to 52 wins last year.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Simmons. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
And the steps, Clark, the 76ers have taken. It's only the beginning.
Yeah, this is really the ideal situation to have if you're the Sixers. I mean, this team's built to last and still has good draft assets and flexible cap space. I mean, come on. That's an abundance of riches there.
And at 6'10", a player like Simmons, to handle the ball the way he does, that's just unfair.
Irving dishes to Horford. Embiid with the steal. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
I love the low post attack on that one.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Here's Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. 8 points for Jason Tatum.
How about the pace that Tatum plays with, Kevin? Excellent. I mean, when he's feeling it, he can pull up effortlessly off the dribble. Nice.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 10. Good on the bucket.
Simmons.
Now here's Brown. Kicks it to Horford. He dishes it to Irving. Poked away. Hayward outside. Horford sets a screen for Hayward. 6 to shoot. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Fultz checked in for T.J. McConnell.
Now into the lineup, the 76ers.
Now Irving. 23 points in the game. Clock at 6. And he makes that one. Irving's got 25 points.
And guys, once Irving finds that groove, it's really just fun to watch him go to work. Just no fear, will take any shot out there on the floor.
No good from Simmons. Celtics leading by 15. A shot by Hayward, wide open, and it's Boston with another.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. Killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 8 points here in this quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
And the first one drops.
And in the 2016-17 season, Kyrie hit better than 90% of his free throws. That is a terrific percentage.
Marcus Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Then for the 76ers, Johnson comes in for Joel Embiid, and Wilson Chandler's subbed in for Robert Covington. He hits both from the stripe. Certain guys just make it look effortless. And Clark, I'm sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
Yeah, there's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range, KD is where it stops.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build, but the Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother scorer than him.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. It's Redick on the wing, over Smart. Rebound Boston. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pulls it from the elbow. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Tatum. 8 points for Horford.
Yeah, I like how Tatum surveys the floor. Great at looking for his teammates, especially when they're open.
To the inside. It's deflected. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
And the Celtics making a change here. Morris is checked in. Saric, and it goes down 2 points.
I think the offensive game of Saric is really good and continues to evolve. Encouraging to see him be aggressive inside.
Knocked away. Irving with the ball. Outguarded by Simmons. Hayward can't hit.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Here's Irving after the basket by Dario Saric. Horford kicks to Hayward. Hayward with a screen for Morris. On the wing, Irving. Over Simmons. The rebound by Johnson.
Tell you, that is not what they want. A contested jump shot, the defense right on him. You need to get a better shot than that.
Here's Horford. Here's Hayward. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Aaron Baines comes in for Al Horford. And it's Rozier in for Kyrie Irving. Free throw drops for Hayward. And seeing Gordon Hayward out there, you have to be glad that he was able to recover the way he has from that devastating injury on opening night last season.
And I remember your call of the moment, Kevin. The whole NBA world just was shocked on that opening night. As bad as it looked, it seemed to be clean enough to where Hayward won't have any lasting issues with it. The rehab obviously wasn't easy, and I'm sure Hayward is just thankful that he's been able to come back completely from that injury.
Nice shot by Smart.
And an excellent pass by Morris, a guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Now, here is Muscala. Here's Simmons. Count the basket. Simmons got 10 points now just in this quarter.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Morris with a screen on Simmons. Morris outside. Left side, Smart. Again, the Celtics good for two. The 76ers trail by 19. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's foul number 2 for him. Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in.
Substitution for Celtics. Jason Tatum.
Inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And, you know, Fultz is highly skilled as an offensive player. When he gets this kind of positioning inside, it's a wrap.
Smart passes to Tatum. Rozier kicks to Tatum. They set the pick. Off the screen. And that one goes long. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Right side, Smart. Poked loose. It's stolen by Saric. And here we go. Saric, the fast break chance. Bucket is good. Saric has got 8.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now, here's Rozier, and the shot goes in. Baines has got his second bucket. Simmons against Rozier. And Simmons kicks to Fultz. Muscala with the ball. Baines is there. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
.135 left in the third. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Thursday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
They set the pick. Smart kicks to Rozier. Back to Smart. The Celtics need to get a shot off. They get it again. Shot clock at 3. He lays it in. He's got 14.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
And plays like that have really taken the energy out of those defenders. I mean, you can bet he's going to continue to keep pushing in that area.
Knocks it loose. Rozier with the steal. Tatum wide open. He fires one. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. And that's now 10 points for Jason Tatum. The 76ers trail by 21. Fultz the pass to Saric. Here's the screen. Here's Simmons. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Simmons got 12 now in this quarter.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Got a piece of it. To the paint. Here's Fultz. Can't hit from 12.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Celtics lead by 19. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Celtics leading by 19. Taking a look at the 76ers. Covington at the 3 and Saric at the 4. Simmons and Fultz the backcourt pairing. And it's Muscala in at the 5 down low.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Here's Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. The screen from Brown. Goes up at the stripe. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Saric outside. He drains the quick shot. Saric has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the 76ers. Smart kicks to Tatum. Morris a screen, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his 5th foul. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the 76ers.
T.J. McConnell.
Outside, Smart. Morris a screen. 6 to shoot. The 3 from Tatum. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
In this day and age, you've got to have the three-pointer in your arsenal, so it's nice to see Tatum working on his three-point shot.
Now here's Šarić. Average value of an NBA team, Clark, over $1 billion, and I can't even believe I'm saying that, but the league wasn't always so healthy and always thriving the way it is now.
Yeah, every business goes through periods of prosperity and challenge. The league, NBA, no different. Early 80s, there were real struggles and challenges. Then there was a real bump as we got into the late 80s and into the 90s, plateaued a bit, and now we're on a great ascension. But the players and the league have really worked well together to bring the league to a greater level of popularity and success in this time period. And you can't discount the big money from TV contracts. That fuels the fire quite a bit as well.
Al Horford is checked in for the Celtics. Gordon Hayward comes in for Smart. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Redick is checked in. Pick by Horford. Tatum setting the pick for Rozier. Floats one, and it's good on the way in.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
Philadelphia's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Now here's Covington. Redick with a screen on Hayward. Knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward.
Sixers ball.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Covington. A rebound by the Celtics. Horford's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Tatum. Hayward can't hit.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Count that one. That's 12 points for Dario Saric.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Pick by Horford. Here's Tatum. Some solid defense from Saric.
That's exactly how you want to play it defensively, Kevin. I mean, getting a hand up to distract and bother the shooter. Not easy to stop somebody this deep inside.
Now here's Saric. Ball's knocked loose. And here's Redick. Back to Saric. Here's Embiid. But they get it back. And McConnell gets it to go.
Great effort, terrific instincts. That's just solid all-around play, Kevin.
Boston leading by 18. Here's Rozier. Tatum setting the pick for Rozier. Hayward outside. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists tonight.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, you know what, Greg? To me, it looks like they packed it in and just kind of given up.
Now, here's McConnell. Back to Embiid. Shoots from 14. Hayward grabs the board. Hayward's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Tatum. And that one is off. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. McConnell passes to Embiid. McConnell kicks to Redick. Charge a screen on Brown. And it's blocked by Brown. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Horford. And Embiid with the block.
And Embiid is a determined defender. I mean, swatting away shots. He's got excellent reach and timing. Makes him a good shot blocker.
And Hayward with the block. And he gets it back. Embiid with it. And it's Horford picking him up. Embiid sets the pick for Covington. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Rozier.
Kyrie Irving.
Boston leading by 21. Irving dishes to Brown. Picked by Horford. They get a hand on it. Shoots over Embiid. Horford no luck.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
You got to respect the basketball IQ of Tatum. I mean, when the defense is not guarding him tightly, he's going to shoot that ball off the catch.
Now, here's McConnell. It's Redick on the wing. Here's Embiid, and it's sent back by Horford. And here we go with Horford running up the court. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Covington's got his third rebound tonight. Saric outside. Good on the three-point shot. Saric has got 7 points for the quarter.
You know, it's obvious that Saric has really improved his outside shot. I mean, he had a good stroke coming in, but it's gotten better. He's a legitimate threat to score from there.
Now, here's Tatum. Tatum with a screen on Covington. Hayward can't hit.
Boy, awful defending, really. But in the end, they dodged a bullet. They can't let shooters get clean looks from outside.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Irving kicks to Horford. Picked by Horford. Here's Irving. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Saric attacking.
Saric doing a nice job slashing to the basket with real ease there. At 6'10", he moves quite well.
Passes it to Horford. Back to Irving. Saric outside. Pass to Covington. Embiid in the corner. Hayward against Covington. Clock at 4. The 76ers need to get off a shot. A shot by McConnell, no good.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials. Two.
That's good from Irving. Mark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Nat was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
There's some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And Jaylen Brown was given quite the compliment on his game from Draymond Green, who felt, Greg, that Brown was good enough to be an all-star.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I'd be fully on board with that assessment in terms of last year, but I do think he's well on his way to becoming an all-star. His scoring and offensive impact continues to grow each year, and he's shown a great knack on the defensive side as well. Terrific two-way player. The sky is the limit.
That free throw good from Brown. He doesn't get the second one. This NBA, Clark, amazing. The potential now for some players to play into their 40s. In fact, we're seeing a couple guys in their 40s playing right now and playing well.
Yeah, you know, I thought about it when we started to see this influx, Kevin, of high school players coming into the league at 19, 20, 21 with the advancement in nutrition knowledge and training methods and preservation of the body and taking care of it, that we might see more longer careers. But if you start at 21 and play 15 years, that's still only 36. So I think we're going to see some more guys in the 40s, but I still think it's going to be a small number by and large.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury, boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
And the Australian Simmons is a star in the making thanks to his extremely versatile and high-level skill set and big frame.
Now here's Hayward. Horford sets a screen for Hayward. Shoots over Covington. Hayward can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
You know, when you watch Ben Simmons, he has marvelous talent and all-around ability, but sometimes you can easily focus on what he can't do. He's not a great shooter, so teams do back off of him, but still, this guy is an impact player because he sees the floor, he passes it great, he's a terrific rebounder, and he's got a nice motor.
2 shots.
No good on that one. And for Simmons, missing his rookie year due to the injury, but he showed he was worth the wait.
No doubt. And you just don't see players with his skills and his body type come around that often, Kevin. I mean, he started quickly out of the gates and took over the Rookie of the Year award race almost immediately.
He hits the second from the line.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Redick with the bucket.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Horford kicks to Tatum. Picked by Horford. And on the way from Irving for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Irving's got 15 points in just the second half. Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Covington. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Irving passes to Brown. Tatum on the wing. Redick against Brown. Hayward kicks to Brown. 5 to shoot. From deep. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The 76ers trail by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost him, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in what should be an exciting 4-game season series between these two teams, they have to feel great about taking this first one against the Sixers.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kyrie Irving.
Oh, it was nice seeing him do his thing on offense, wasn't it? turned it up a notch and flat out pulverized the defense.
58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Irving passes to Tatum. Picked by Horford. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, you know, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
And the first one drops.
Well, you like the confidence of Tatum. I mean, he enjoys tackling any challenge in front of him. Doesn't shy away. A true leader as a young player. Impressive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Daniel Tice comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And so he makes both from the line.
And it's about the versatility that Tatum offers, particularly offensively. He can guard and play multiple positions on the floor.
Timeout called the 76ers. They trail by 14. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Covington's shot is off. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Tatum dishes to Smart. 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. .27 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it's good. 2 points.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it, and that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
Now here's Fultz. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
And, you know, Fultz is really good at using screens to his advantage, guys. You can't let him shake free in these situations if you're guarding him.
Rozier with the ball. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you later.